What's up, gamers? You have Tiger Chainsaw. It's been a little bit since I've done a Master System review, and a lot of you guys know me for the Master System. Well, let me tell you some history about it, because we are going to be reviewing a game today that was an end of an era for the Master System in Japan, because in 1989, Bomber Raid was the last game ever released officially that was licensed for the Master System in Japan. After that, the entire focus was on the Sega Genesis. So I thought I'd show the last ever game in Japan some love and review it today. Now, if this is your first time on my channel, or if you just haven't yet, go ahead, hit that sub button, because I've got so many game reviews on this channel, ranging from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, all the way up to the PS5 and the Switch. And when you hit that sub button, you get to watch all of those reviews, and you help my channel grow. So I'd appreciate that. All right, let's see if the Master System found glory in its last game that was ever released in Japan officially. Let's figure it out. It was an end of an era in 1989 when developer Sanritsu and publisher Activision teamed up and released Bomber Raid for the Sega Master System. Bomber Raid would become the last licensed Master System game released in Japan. Would Bomber Raid send the Master System out with a bang, or would it end in a wreck? The end of the Sega Master System begins with this Bomber Raid review. Let's start with the plot, but be warned, spoilers are ahead. So I'm going to show off the cover art for Bomber Raid, or specifically the box, because there's two really cool things about this. One, it is a black box, which was not common on the Master System. I have a couple of them, and this is one of them. The other is that it was distributed by Activision. You really didn't see Activision on the Master System too much, and so it's just kind of cool to see their logo on it. But what's really hilarious is the text on the back of the Bomber Raid box and in the manual. So I'm gonna read you what it says so you guys can get an idea of the plot. Who has Mach 6 speed, hella bad weapons, and a love for wasting dweebs in tanks? You do. It's the gnarliest fighter bomber game ever. So hot it feels like a coin op. Why? 2 mega power means we cram a lot more game into the cartridge, so you get more action for your money. Wow, what a marketing message for gamers back in the 80s. But you know what? I think I can do just a little bit better, so let me rewrite it and see if more gamers would have bought Bomber Raid if it had this messaging. Hella bad fucking weapons. Waste fucking dweebs in tanks as you blow holes in their ass with your gnarly fucking fighter bomber. I mean, clearly, option number 2 is the way to go. And I guess if you disagree, then you're a fucking dweeb. Anyway, there's not really much of a story in Bomber Raid, but this is all I could find. After receiving your mission from headquarters, you'll automatically take off from your airbase and soar into enemy territory. You have 5 dangerous missions to accomplish before you can return to your base to a hero's welcome. Headquarters will inform you of the main target in each mission. The main target must be destroyed before you move on to the next mission. That's it. I really wish that they kept the gnarly theme going with the plot. The Sega Master System has always had vivid and bright colors in its games. With the ability to produce more colors on screen than their competitors at Nintendo, Sega took advantage of it throughout most of the games on the first generation. Bomber Raid has a few small cutscenes, and they are all brightly colored. The cockpit is especially fun to look at in between levels, with the many buttons littered on the dashboard, each a different color. Playing through Bomber Raid, I learned that I really enjoy shooters, and that Bomber Raid is no exception. Like many other shooters, you'll be able to power up your craft in various ways. There are speed boosts to pick up, and there's also power boosts. You get these by shooting capsules that break open during the levels. There are tons of them throughout the level, and it's not uncommon to pick up 5 or even 6 of each of them throughout the level. I picked up a moderate amount of speed, but I didn't want to go too fast throughout the screen. The power boost continued to ramp up my firepower, and by level 3 I had maxed it out with a powerful falcon-like fire shot that obliterated anything in my path. With my weapons at full power, even the bosses were not much of a challenge. But you can also drop mega bombs, but I rarely did that as my maxed out weapons tore enemies to shreds. I did use the mega bombs a few times on bosses, but that was just because I was bored. There's another power-up that you can get throughout the game, and that's having 2 smaller planes mimic your movements, including shooting and steering. You can change the formation of your small planes by getting another power-up that's numbered between 1 and 4. If you shoot the round red sign, the number will change along with the formation. Formations from my Bomber Raid playthrough include the planes shooting behind you, to the side, right in front, and diagonal. You'll need to be careful steering yourself around because unlike other shooters, the smaller planes that mimic you can be shot down. Their power will also not increase if you get weapon boosts. Something that I found rare was the ability to shoot down incoming bullets. For most shooters, you just have to be evasive when flying around, but in Bomber Raid, your bullets can deflect enemy fire, making it easier to defend yourself in bullet storms. 5 stages are playable in Bomber Raid, and you'll have to play through them in order. Each stage lasts 2 to 3 minutes and ends with the boss that is your main target for the mission. The bosses in my Bomber Raid playthrough included a battleship, a large tank, a bomber plane, a fighter jet, and a ship with multiple turrets. The final boss was just called the Ultimate Weapon, but it was the easiest boss. I was super disappointed because I was expecting to find some super mega weapon or crazy airplane, but instead, it was just a ship with a few turrets that went down in 10 seconds. The bosses were easy, but I guess I'd rather them be on the easier side than impossible. A few of them did have second forms, but after a few seconds, they were destroyed. After completing a level, a stat page will pop up with how many enemies you destroyed and the percentage of total enemies killed in the level. I never reached 100%, but I was always in the 92 to 98% range, so I was pretty close. When you have survived all 5 levels and destroyed all the targets, you'll be given a small cutscene of your plane landing and the pilot being awarded a medal for his heroics. That will show those fucking dweebs! Bomber Raid is a well-balanced shooter that sends the Sega Master System out on a positive note. The enemies are not overwhelming and the gameplay doesn't break any barriers, but Bomber Raid is a game that everyone can enjoy with the fair and relatively easy difficulty, which is why Bomber Raid scores a 7.5 out of 10, making this a good game on the Sega Master System. Gamers, that was my review of Bomber Raid that was released in 1989 on the Sega Master System. Did you know it was the last officially licensed game in Japan? And how many black boxes on the Master System library do you have? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel because I've got tons of game reviews on it from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, all the way up to the PS5 and the Switch. So when you sub, you get to check out all those and it really helps me out. Now coming up next is another shooter from the 80s that might be better than Bomber Raid. It might not be. You're gonna have to check out that review, and that is Gradius on the Nintendo Entertainment System. That was a pretty fun review to do, so check that out after this. Gamers, thanks for watching, and make sure you play a video game today. Fucking dweebs.